Fate. At that moment, Jessica seemed so sweet and innocent. Her blonde hair glistened like gold as the little bit of sunlight that had seeped in through the boarded-up windows caught her curls. Her rosy red cheeks, so flush and full of life, radiated a warm glow in the dimly lit room as enchanting and captivating as many of Mother Nature's most awe-inspiring phenomena. Truly, Michael thought to himself, she was the most beautiful little girl in the world. He admired his daughter one last time as he raised the gun to her head. The shot roared through the house like a thunderstorm. Skull and brain fragments flew through the air as his daughter's carcass slumped to the ground in a broken heap. Carefully, Michael dragged Jessica's dead body across the floor and laid it next to her mother and brother's corpses. A single tear escaped his eye, but before the grief managed to overwhelm him, he took a deep breath and said a prayer to compose himself. It would all be over soon. Michael peered out of the second-story bedroom window of his home. Hordes of the infected stretched as far as his eyes could see, and he knew that it was only a matter of time before they would blow through his home like a plague of locusts. Many of them had already made it inside, and his bedroom door was beginning to buckle as the banging on the other side of it grew louder. It would not be long before the monsters broke through. He looked into the chamber of his revolver. Jessica had received his last bullet. The final gift a father could give his daughter. And as horrible as it was, at least his family had escaped his fate. The fate that would be crashing through his door at any second. Gravedigger. Digging a grave is hard work, mentally and physically exhausting. Oh, you thought it was just mindless labor performed by simpletons? Well, think again. You have to have balls of steel out there in the graveyard. Not everybody is capable of spending hours digging plots in the dead of night. Why, don't be surprised if on a moonless evening with nothing but a rusty old lantern to illuminate this necropolis, you start hearing voices whispering from the shadows. What will you do then? Run away crying with your tail tucked between your legs? Not me. Not when there's work to be done. It's particularly difficult to bury a loved one. Many members of my family have made this the place of their eternal slumber. And who do you think is shoveling the dirt, eh? I'll give you a hint. It's not the Dalai Lama. That's what I'm doing here tonight. Putting another loved one to rest. My mother, to be precise. I told myself I wouldn't cry when I began digging the stinking thing, but I just can't help it. It's just so hard knowing that after I pour this last shovelful of soil atop her plot, that she'll be gone forever. Life's too cruel. I'll probably just wait around for a while after I'm done and reminisce about good times, you know? At least until she runs out of oxygen. What would you do? I suppose I always pictured myself curling up with my loved ones in a moment like this. Tears trickling down our faces while we assured each other we would all be together again on the other side. For a second, I wonder where my parents are and what my sister is up to. As thoughts of my family fade away into the ether, my focus once again turns to the man whose face I'm currently stomping into a bloody pulp. I can feel his cartilage and bones crunching under the heel of my boot. No one tries to stop me. Hell, there are about a half dozen other murders going on in the street at the same time. It's amazing how only 6 days ago, people were shuffling through this intersection, briefcases and designer purses in hand, on their way to work. Now the street is alive with people fighting, screaming, looting, even fucking. I peer up towards the night sky and wipe some sweat from my brow. It looks bigger than the moon now. I marvel at its majesty as I drag my foot along the ground, wiping brain across asphalt as if I just stepped in dog shit. The eggheads at NASA are predicting that it should pierce our atmosphere and make impact within the next half hour. Experts are expecting it to wipe out 98% of life on Earth, but you don't need to be a rocket scientist to realize that when a rock size of Australia collides with your planet, there's not much of a chance for survival. My eyes scan the scene, looking for someone else to kill or fuck. Who cares, right? We'll all be dead soon anyways. Hey, don't judge me. Deep down, you know you do the same.